So today, again, we're going to compare and order numbers. To compare and order numbers, simply change them to a decimal in your calculator, and then you can compare them. Let's do some basic review that you learned in 6th grade. So when you have two positives, super easy. Which number is the greatest, 5 or 7? 7, so circle it. Y'all know that. That's from like 1st grade. But when we involve negatives, y'all start to get confused. So when you see a negative number, I want you to think of it like you owe money. A negative is like owing money. So if I owe $5 and I owe $7, which one is greater? Which one has greater value?
5.
If I owe 5 or I owe 7, 5 has a greater value because, think about this, the more money I owe, the less money I have. Yes? So if I owe $7, I owe more money. That means I have less. So negatives are kind of totally opposite of positives. Notice with 5 and 7, when they were positives, 7 had the greater value. But with negatives, 5 had the greater value. Okay, if that confuses you, if money's not working, you're like, I don't get it, then make a number line. So everybody draw a little number line. Everybody put 0 here. To the right, put 7 slashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's 7. Here was 5. Put 7 slashes to the left of 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's negative 7. Here's negative 5. So if you're ever confused, use your number line. The further left you go, the least the value is. So do y'all see how negative 7 is further left than negative 5? That means negative 7 is less in value than negative 5. Does this make sense? I owe more money if I owe $7 than if I owe $5. So I have less. Are y'all okay? Yes or no? Again, if money doesn't work, make a number line. The further you are left, the least the value. All right, let's do an example of how this could look on your STAR test. So this is in 8th grade. I pulled this straight from a STAR question. These are the numbers they gave you. They want you to order these, excuse me, from what? So how many of you can look at those numbers and tell me what they are in order? Because I can't do it. So what do y'all think we need to change these numbers to? Decimals. And these numbers are going to give you crazy decimals. So I would suggest we round to the hundredths place. So what should we do in our calculator? Go to mode, float, and go to 2 and hit enter. So basically what we're telling the calculator is to make our numbers look like money. Give us those 2 decimal places after. All right, go back to your home screen. Change the square root of 22 to a decimal. Does everybody remember square root? Second, and then this button. So the square root of 22, hit enter. How much money is that? $4.69. So right under that, put that it's worth $4.69. That looks much better. This is now a 3rd grade question, right? Because in 3rd grade, y'all did decimals. Yes? All right, pi. Y'all should know pi is what? Does anybody remember? 3.14. But if you don't remember, your calculator has a pi button right here. See it in blue underneath clear? So you would hit second pi and hit enter, and it'll round it for you $3.14, 3.14. So put that right under pi. Negative 2, is it already like in decimal form? Yes or no? Yeah. Negative 2? Y'all want it to have decimals here? Watch this, negative 2. If this makes you feel better. Is it the same thing? Yeah, negative $2. How much money do I owe right here? I owe $2. Okay, so I owe $2. If you want the 0.00, you go for it. All right, how am I going to put in negative 9/3 to my calculator? alpha y equals, option 1, you can put the negative on top, it really doesn't matter. So negative 9 on top, 3 on bottom, enter. And it did it for me since I'm in rounding mode. How much money do I owe here? I owe $3, negative 3. It wants me to put these from least to greatest. So think about this. What's always going to be worth the least? Negatives or positives? So cover those positives up. One of these has to go first. Do not tell me that 2 is less than 3, because it is true if it's positive. But these are what? So which one is the least? Negative 3. Now, let's pretend we did not know that. We're confused. What does this tell us to do to help us? Draw a number line and put them on there. So here's my number line. Here's 0. Here's positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to do this every time, but you're going to do this if you're confused. Here's negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. That's good enough, yes? Put them on a number line. All right, if I wanted to put $4.69 on a number line, where would it fall between 4 and 5? Yes? Right here. Somewhere in the middle. So this would be the square root of 22, because the square root of 22 is $4.69. Where would $3.14 fall between? 3 and 4, closer to the 3. So here's pi. Where would negative 2 fall? Right on negative 2. And where would negative $3 fall? Again, right on negative 3. So here is negative 9/3. If you can put them on a number line, it has already ordered it for you. So on a number line from left to right, that's least to greatest. Everybody should be sitting up and paying attention. So least to greatest, this one, this one, this one, this one. Greatest to least, go right to left. This is greatest. That's next, that's next, that's next. Make sense? So a number line, if you're not lazy and you'll make one, it will order your numbers for you. Okay, so again, why is negative 3 worth the least amount of money? Who can tell me? Why is it worth the least? Why is negative 3 less than negative 2? Because I owe more money. And the more money I owe, the less money I have. Does that make sense to y'all? Yes or no? Which one would you rather owe, 3 or 2? I'd rather owe $2. Okay, so put them in order from least to greatest. Negative 9/3 is worth the least. What's next? Negative 2. What's next? 3.14, but I'm going to write it in its original form. So instead of writing 3.14, I'm going to write pi. And what's next? The square root of 22. Okay, go to the bottom. This is a star question. There will be answer choices, but basically this scares students every year, and it shouldn't. All this is least to greatest. So do y'all see how this number is right here? They're saying this number is the smallest. This number, whatever goes in the middle, will be the middle number, and that number will be the what? Y'all better wake up. The greatest. This is the smallest, the middle number, and the greatest. It says which value of x makes the inequality true. There will be answer choices. So I first have to change 1/5 to a what? So everybody go change 1/5 to a decimal. How much money is 1/5 worth? 20 cents. Then X is going to be a number that we put in the middle. So I'm just going to leave a blank. What do I need to do to 3/7? Make it a decimal. So everybody go alpha Y equals 3/7. $0.43. So what this question is asking is what number could fit in the middle? They're going to give you answer choices. So I'm going to pretend like they did because I forgot to put it on here. So put choice A, the square root of 2. Put choice B, 50%. Put choice C, 25%. And I want us to figure out of those 3 choices, which one of these would be between 20 cents and 43 cents. Well, what do y'all think we have to do first before we can even look at these numbers? Change them into decimals. Very good. So go change the square root of 2 into a decimal. What is the square root of 2 as a decimal? $1.41. Would $1.41 fit between 20 and 43 cents? Yes or no? No. So A is out. How do you change B to a decimal? How do you change a percent? Put it over 100. So go to alpha Y equals, option 1, 50 over 100. Math, decimal, enter. How much money is that worth? Okay, so if y'all want, put 50 over 100 in case you need that for your assignment today. 50 cents. Would 50 cents fit between 20 cents and 43 cents? No, it's too much money. All right, so B is out. Let's look at C. How do you change 25% to a decimal? Put it over 100. So 25 on top and 100 on bottom. 25 cents. Would 25 cents fit between 20 cents and 43 cents? Yes or no? Yes. So C would be your answer because it fits in the middle. So anytime you see something that looks like that, it's just a least to greatest problem. Okay, I'm going to pass out your. Put your name on it right when you get it. And each section has its own directions. You must read them. So everybody look at the top. Boys. It says circle the number that has what? Greater value. Please remember that if you draw a number line, the greater number will be to the right. Are we okay? Okay, go to number 5. That one exactly like the one we just did on our notes. So you have to pick the number that falls between 2/5 and 63%. What are you going to have to change every single number to? A decimal. Okay, 6 through 9 wants you to go from least to greatest. And 10 and 11 wants you to go what? Greatest to least. Now listen, I am going to make an answer key. I need everybody to stop and listen. I'm going to make an answer key right now. My answer key will have these numbers as they are written. So we all know the square root of 2 is 1.41, I think. I'm not going to write 1.41. I'm going to write the square root of 2. So I'm going to go change these to decimals. So just look, to show my work, that's $1.41. 2/3 is 67 cents. And 63% is 63 cents. So I did show what they are. But when I order them from least to greatest, I'm not going to write 63 cents. I'm going to write what? I'm going to write 63% because that's how it'll be asked on your STAR test. So we just want to get in that habit. You may work with somebody if we stay on task and keep our volume down. And then again, you may come check your answers when you're finished. Any questions? All right, get busy.